Welcome everyone to our eLabFTW release video. In this video, we will show you the newest features released by version 5.1. Let's start right away. We are already in eLabFTW on the dashboard. Firstly, let's take a look at the improvements on the profile page. To get there, click on the figure at the top right and then on My Profile. In the Information tab, you can see which teams and groups you belong to. You can also see your experiment statistics here. The other three tabs contain new features. Under Attachments, you can see an overview of the data you have attached to your experiments. You can download the files directly here, but you can also call up the experiment in which the respective data is attached. The import and export functions have also been improved and have now their own dedicated pages. You can import data in .eln and .csv formats here. The user can also choose where the entries are to be imported. Experiments, resources, and templates are available for selection. The category and the permissions are also to be set. Important to notice, users are only allowed to import things for themselves. Admins, on the other hand, have an additional option here, which allows them to import entries for other users in the team. In the next tab, you can export your entries. To do this, click on Create New Export. And you can now select what you want to export, the source of the export, the format, and a few other options. Once you have selected the settings, click on Create. The export is made available for download under Exported Files. You can also see past exports there. Note that only 5 export archives can be stored per user, and that this export mechanism is asynchronous, meaning you can leave the page and come back later if it takes a long time. Your data will wait for you there. Important to mention, when exporting individual entries, for example as PDF, a modal window is displayed where export settings can also be made. Have a look yourself at the new options for zip and QR code too. Next, let's take a look at the new features for experiments. Therefore, we just create a new entry. The first thing you notice is that the title has now moved upwards. Let's just rename it to Release Video. Firstly, the exclusive edit mode, which allows you to open an entry in edit mode and prevent anyone else from doing the same. You can enable and disable it as you wish. Next to it, you see the Request Action button. This opens up a window allowing you to select an action and a colleague. For example, you can ask a colleague to sign this entry. This gets us to the next new feature, which is the signature feature. On the left side, there is the Add Signature button. Clicking on it opens up a new window. First of all, we need to configure the settings for it. So, let's go to the settings, previously named User Control Panel. The only thing that is necessary here is a passphrase. Important to mention, this action is not reversible. It is advisable to choose a secure passphrase and to remember it well, as it will be necessary every time you sign something. Here we go. We now set our signature and also get the public key, which can be shared with other people. You can add it on your personal website or social networks profile, so anyone can verify your signature. Back to our entry. Let's again click on Add Signature. We can now sign it and also select a meaning for the signature. I will now select Review and add the signature. As you can see, it is signed, and there is an immutable comment about it down below. Furthermore, a signature archive will be saved as an attachment, similar to how timestamp archives are saved. It can be found in the attachments in your profile, or when we go to the Edit mode to attached files and on Show Archived. Talking about attachments, it is now possible to upload files on experiment templates, a long-awaited feature. Since we are now in Edit mode, let's take a look at the next new feature. Emoticons were added to the text editor. There is also an improvement for the permissions. When we check out the settings for visibility or can write, previously, you saw all team groups on your eLabFTW installation. Now, the scope for team groups can be set. It's time to move on to the resources now. It is now possible to make resources purchasable. Therefore, we click on a resource of choice, maybe the Radium 226 solution. Then, on the 3 dots on the right and on Modify Procurement Parameters. By activating this button, the resource becomes purchasable. Let me also fill out the options and press the Close button. After refreshing the page, a shopping cart icon appears, and with this, we are able to order the resource. Let's place an order with the quantity of 1 to purchase. It has been saved. To see all open orders, we need to go to the team page and open the tab Procurement Requests. There it is. From here, we can go back to the resource, leave a comment, change the state of this order, or delete it. Now it's time to continue with new features that related to the team admins. Let's go to the Admin panel. In the Team tab at the bottom, admins can now define a welcome email that new users will receive after validation of their account. As an admin, you can also set a custom text that will be visible only to new users in your team for a limited modifiable time. Next, we will check out the new tab here, which is Batch Actions. Here you have a lot of actions to perform. You can select resource categories and/or status, same for experiments, choose tags or owners, and decide which action to perform. Lock, unlock, archive, and delete are available to you. You can also change the permissions in Batch for all the mentioned group of entries. So, choose wisely. This is a powerful feature for admins. The last improvement watched at in this video, when duplicating an entry, you now have the choice to also duplicate the attachments. And these are all the new features we want to show you for now. At the end, we summarize the most important new features once again for you on this slide. If you want to read through it, you now have the opportunity to pause the video. With this, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us or leave a comment. Goodbye.